I think it's gonna be a whole different expectations for me as well going into Tokyo compared to Rio. With Rio, I was already, well, quite happy. I made it into those Olympics, and of course I had ambitions as well, but due to especially a terrible swim, I wasn't able to perform how I wanted. But now, yeah, obviously I am maybe one of the favorites. There's going to be a lot of favorites, but I'm definitely one of them, and I really want to fight for those medals. So I think there's going to be a lot more pressure on me, and I'm curious myself actually as well how I will go into those days before and how nervous I will be. But I think it will be okay. I especially very motivated, and training has been very good, so I think I can be confident going into Tokyo. At the moment we don't have any of banter of making each other nervous. We train with a lot of the good guys and a lot of the favorites together, but that's basically already for me since end of 2016 that I'm training with the best in the world, and I think we're old enough and mature enough to not make that like a thing during training and just doing our training and not think too much about it yet. And maybe those couple days before we all are a bit more separate and we all more focused on our own, but at the moment it's just training with each other and making each other stronger. I would say this time it was a lot different, knowing that I would go to the Olympics, because, well, I was quite sure already very early on in the process that I would make it, and I was confident in myself. And in Belgium we are very lucky. We have Marten van Riel who's at the top, and then we have me, and I think the other guys are maybe one level lower, so we knew that if we have a spot we can take that spot as well. So that we're very lucky in Belgium at the moment that we're only with two. So I knew quite early on, and my ambition wasn't just to go to the Olympics, my ambition was to perform at the Olympics. So it was a bit different, where in Rio I was very happy to be there, and I was especially also still in the end of the Olympic ranking, still fighting for those points, where now I was like confident already after 2019 that I was sure to go to the Olympics, and I could only focus on doing a good race at the Olympics as well. I don't really know when exactly it was when I had the dream of going to the Olympics, but early on I was very competitive, and everything had to be a race. I remember, or my parents often tell me that, like, even when we went on vacation, I would make like a circuit in the swimming pool, and I always ask my parents to take the time and ask others to try and beat my time. So early on I was really competitive and wanted to go to those Olympics. And yeah, for me it was one of my goals in life, and in Rio I did that goal, but another goal in my life was making a medal at the Olympics or winning the Olympics, so that's the next goal to hopefully make. I think my main thing to take away from the test event was the heat and the humidity. I think we're not really prepared for that. I actually was in very good shape. I think I came off of my win in Montreal and third in Hamburg, and then a month later it was the test event, so I was in very good shape and also was in a very good position. I started running with the first and felt super good, but then all of a sudden I was kind of destroyed and overheated. So I think that was my main takeaway from that race, to really do the heat prep differently and take it as a big thing, that heat and that humidity. And I think with everything we have prepared now, it will be a whole other thing. And now I hope that in Tokyo it's going to be very hot and very humid, because I will be ready for it. Well, I suppose there would be good tactics. Me and Marten will always be one of the first out of the water. I will always be in that second pack. So, or Marten cannot ride in front, or I cannot ride in the back. But usually, it is an individual sport, triathlon. I think we both want to go for that medal, and so far, Federation never said anything to us, to either of us, to not ride. And I think we know from each other. We both are very we both are very powerful on the bike and do a lot of work on the bike. And so yeah, I assume Marta will be riding like very hard on the bike, and I will do the same, try to get to the front. And I think at the end of the day, we know that we're both gonna do this. And maybe for some people it will seem strange, and because there is two people in a blue suit basically riding in front and back group, but I think it's an individual sport and we both want to get that medal, and we understand it from each other as well. Yeah, the pandemic, I think it was for everyone differently, and I maybe went a bit to the basics of triathlon again. And what I just love is just training and go out and swim, bike and run, and that's just what I did. We were lucky that our federation still was able to make us swim, and we had one swimming pool where we could swim every day during the week, so not the weekends, but that was very good. And then we were still able in Belgium to bike and run outside, so that's just what I did. We didn't do any intensity at that point because there was not really any races on the horizon, so we just did basic stuff, but that's what I really loved. And I think that was very good to have a very good base. And then we came actually back here in 2020 in July and August to train and to prepare for Hamburg and the rest of the season. And yeah, it straight away went very well. So I'm confident that this training location, altitude, really works for me. Oh, I think there's going to be a lot of guys that are favorites for the Olympics, and maybe there is a couple of people who have more chances than others, but I think I can at least name 10, 15. Actually, the other day with Aaron Wall, we were naming everyone that is a potential medal candidate, and I think we came up with 15 people. But yeah, for sure, the people of my training group, Marta van Riel, Vincent Louis, Mario Mola, Jacob Birdwhistle. Then we have also Tyler Mislawchuk, who won the test event. We have the Norwegians, so we have Javier Gomez, Alexis, who dominated lead. So I think it's going to be so many people, and it's really depending on the situation as well. Will there be a front group? Will there not be a front group? Will there be a big pack running together? The heat is going to be a very important factor, I think. So yeah, it can be so many people, and that's also why I am one of those that can get a medal, but there's definitely a lot of other people as well. Probably in other people's eyes there is maybe people they don't expect that I will expect, but because I'm so much in the circuit now, I think I don't see any people that are so underestimated that will go to the Olympics. I think there are people that will not go to the Olympics that will also have a shot at a medal, but I think maybe guys like Morgan Pearson, he will be definitely up there as well. And well, he has done very good this year, but previous years maybe nobody really saw him as a favorite, but now he's definitely up there. And I think there might also be one or two like dark horses who will all of a sudden be very good, but it's very hard to pick them at the moment. Yeah, I think we're very excited to have the mixed relay at the Olympics, and as well, every country is super excited for that extra medal opportunity, which it really is. And I think we have a very strong team with Belgium, with Marta, Claire and Valerie as well. I don't think we are the favorites there, and I would say that normally there is 4 to 5 other countries that might be stronger, but still it is the Olympics, it is the mixed relay where every second and every mistake in transition or wherever counts. So I definitely think we have a shot at that top 5, and I think we really have to try to stay up there. I think in the relay it's very important to stay in the race and stay in front, and then the last guy has to fight for that medal. And I think we really have a chance. I think everything has to be right and everything has to go our way, but I think we have a very good team. I think we've proven it in Lisbon. Okay, there was not every team was there. In Hamburg, where we were 5th last year, but that was without Marta, who had an injury. We actually did a lot of mixed relays where we were not with the strongest team because of injuries. So the first goal for Belgium is be there with all 4 of us being healthy and in good shape, and then think if that's happening, then we have a good shot. For us and how we prepared Tokyo, it didn't change anything that there is a mixed relay now. I think still you have to be strong in all 3 disciplines. You have to, of course, do the intensity, but we always do it. We still, also in a 10K run, we still have to go under 30 minutes. So it's still, so you still need that intensity and those track sessions as well. I think there is people who are maybe more or better in the relay than they would be in a Olympic distance. But at least for us, we're not preparing for the mixed relay. I think at the moment everyone is thinking about the individual race, and then after the individual race our focus goes to the mixed relay. We have 5 days in between, so that should be enough this time as well. We often have that we have a mixed relay the day after, which is quite hard, but now we have enough time to rest. And yeah, it's a new medal chance, and it's super exciting.